Alicent's fears led to a self-fulfilling prophecy, making Aegon Rhaenyra's opposition. Aegon was raised to perceive Rhaenyra as the enemy. Alicent agrees to let Rhaenyra kill Aegon at the end of Season 2, losing all hope and wishing to at least save Helaena. Alicent Hightower is one of many tragic characters in the Game of Thrones universe, and House of the Dragon Season 2's finale made that clear. While the Green Queen plays an important role in the Dance of the Dragons described in George R.R. Martin's Fire and Blood, the HBO show has made Alicent even more central to the story. Rather than just a civil war fought between half-brothers, House of the Dragon has framed the dance as the story of two best friends who once loved each other but lost themselves to a sense of duty placed on their shoulders. While Rhaenyra never wished to sit on the Iron Throne, she accepted the responsibility given to her by her father, especially after King Viserys told her about Aegon the Conqueror's dream. Likewise, after being used as political capital by her father and marrying Viserys, Alicent's only goal was to protect her family and fulfill her role as wife and queen. Who exactly is to blame for the Dance of the Dragons is debatable, but the fact is that Alicent prepared Aegon to be Rhaenyra's opposition in the succession of Viserys. Alicent's fears about Rhaenyra needing to kill Aegon created a self-fulfilling prophecy. While Alicent did not seem particularly excited for her son to sit on the Iron Throne, she assumed that Aegon would never be safe as long as the realm was unsure about who should succeed Viserys. Alicent feared that, even if Rhaenyra became queen, Aegon would always be seen as a threat by Viserys' daughter and her supporters. The fact that Alicent and Rhaenyra's relationship had never been the same after Viserys' second marriage, plus the rising tension among their children, only made Aegon's mother more concerned about his future. The fact that Alicent misinterpreted Viserys' dying words made everything worse. Between Otto's whispers and her own concerns, Alicent believed that Aegon and his siblings would only be safe if he sat on the Iron Throne. However, when trying to prevent Rhaenyra from killing her kids, Alicent ended up pushing her once best friend toward needing to do so. Even if Rhaenyra had no personal vendetta against any of Alicent's kids, Aemond, for that matter, she would still need to kill at least Aegon to end the war. Had the Green Council never tried to usurp Rhaenyra's throne, Aegon would likely have been safe regardless of some unhappy lords. Alicent trained Aegon to become Rhaenyra's opposition even though he never wanted the crown. Before House of the Dragon Season 1's biggest time skip, Alicent hit young Aegon and warned him that he was Rhaenyra's opposition and risked being killed by her supporters. Aegon answered that he would not try to steal her crown, to which Alicent said it did not matter because he would be perceived as a threat anyway. This led to a self-fulfilling prophecy in which, while trying to protect Aegon and her other kids, Alicent made them part of a war. As soon as Sir Criston Cole crowned Aegon, the latter became Rhaenyra's mortal enemy. It is difficult to say what would have happened had the Hightowers never made their move to usurp Rhaenyra's throne and crown Aegon instead. Rumors about Rhaenyra's sons being bastards had spread throughout the realm, but anyone who would bring it up would suffer the same fate as Vaemond Velaryon. An immediate war for the succession would have been avoided, but any of Alicent Hightower's children would indeed remain potential threats to Rhaenyra depending on whether they or their sons would ever make a claim to the throne. Regardless, the crowning of Aegon made war inevitable. Why Alicent agrees to let Rhaenyra kill Aegon after House of the Dragon Season 2. Alicent's controversial decision in House of the Dragon Season 2's finale makes sense within the context of the show. Wars and deception aside, Alicent tried to be a good mother, even though she admitted that Daeron was lucky to be raised away from her and all the toxicity of the capital. Alicent once believed that, unlike Aemond, Aegon could be reasoned with, and that the bloodshed could be avoidable. However, after a series of an eye for an eye and a son for a son, both sides of the war realized there was no going back. With Aegon in pain and still at risk of dying as the result of a battle Alicent asked him not to be part of, and Aemond willing to risk Helena's life it means winning the war, Alicent has lost all hope. Her only goal is now to take Helena and run away from all the pain and suffering that has defined her life for years now. Rhaenyra made it clear in the House of the Dragon Season 2 finale that regardless of what Alicent did, Aegon will have to be killed. Hoping to at least save Helena, Alicent agreed to give Aegon away.